members, back secretariat, working group, prospective leaders, of course, our 2024 conduct the preference for project, contract ID numbers, 434 0155. IDers 24 and I request Engineer Joel M. Flores for the roll call of attendees.
Present from the back members are Engineer Lipa, back chairperson.
Present, sir.
Engineer Evan D. Gonzalez. Present by Zoom are Engineer Jose Cristoso MV Lopez, back member. And Mr. Rodel R. Baril, provisional back member for goods and services. From back secretariat, yours truly, Joel Francis M. Flores, Ms. Maria Cecilia B. Baril, and Ms. Raquel Mercado. From back DPWH, we have Engineer Eden G. Ligo. To enhance the transparency from COA. From Prospective, we have Mr. Jimmy Barco and Associate International, Ms. Elea Villanueva of Schema Engineers and Associates, and Ms. Hannah Faith Grace Delphine of 515 Life. In attendance, we have 4 back members present, so we have a quorum. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Flores. Before we proceed to our agenda, let me remind you the purpose of this conference. Under Section 22.3 of the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act 9184, it states that the pre-bid conference shall discuss, clarify, and explain, among other things, the eligibility requirements and the technical and financial components of the contract to be bid, including questions and clarification raised by the prospective bidders before and during the pre-bid conference. The main purpose of this is to avoid or minimize rated failed bidding documents during the preliminary evaluation of bids. The BAC is expecting that the documents to be submitted during the bidding will follow or comply with the procedure prescribed as to what we are going to discuss here today. The pre-bid conference provides the procuring entities and the prospective bidders clear guidelines and provide an avenue for clarification to enhance efficient and effective procurement process. The topic to be discussed will be divided into 4. Brief presentation of the contract data, letter B, component of the technical and financial proposal, letter C, explanation of the criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, and last, letter D, contract award. The question or comment from the prospective bidders will be entertained after all facts have been presented. So during the discussion, kindly remind your your questions, because we will have time for question and queries. So for the brief presentation data, may I request Engineer Evan Gonzalez.
Hello. Presentation of basic contract data. Contract ID number 24DD0134 to 24DD154. Implementing Office, Construction Section, 24DD0155. Implementing Section. Name of contract: Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, DAP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Multipurpose Buildings, Barangay Castillo, Padre, Garcia, Batangas. Contract ID 0134, Traffic Foundation is Padre, Garcia, Batangas. Scope of Works, Building 1, Construction of 1-story, Multipurpose Building, including structural works, finishing works, Building 2, construction of 2-story multi-purpose building, including structural works, finishing works, electrical works, and mechanical works. Building 3, construction of 4-story multi-purpose building, including structural works, finishing works, electrical works, and mechanical works. ABC is 180,800,000 pesos only. Contract duration is 300 times per day. Size range, medium A, license category B. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following: barbender, bar cutter, boom truck, cargo truck, operator, barbender, straight compactor, pump pick, straight boom lift, welding machine. For contract item number 24DD01, from the air bridges and roads, into major facilitation of roads and improvement of Barangay to Batangas. Ang scope of rehabilitation point of road, big set years to contract duration 300 calendar days, size range medium A, license category B. For the data sheet, the following is the major category of works: roads, rehabilitation, PCCP. And for similar category of works is roads, construction, PCCP, and roads, construction, tunnel, PCCP. For contract ID number 24DD0135, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 2446, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Building, Facilities to Support Social Services, Completion of Multipurpose Building and Site Facilities at Barangay Dagatan. Scope of works is completion of 1-story San Jose Sports Center, 79.6 meters by 61.1 meters, including architectural works, finishing works, electrical works, air conditioning unit for lobby and offices, construction of guardhouse and pump house. KBC is 99 million. Contract duration 240 calendar days, size range medium A, license category B. For B data sheet, works, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 4. For similar category of works, buildings, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. Buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. Industrial plant, low-rise, industrial plant, high-rise, buildings, industrial plant, medium-rise. For contract ID number 24DD0136, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0137, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic multipurpose buildings, facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building at Padre Valerio, Malabanan Memorial Elementary School, Barangay 1, Lipa City, Batangas. Project location is Lipa City, Batangas. Construction of 5-story school building, including structural works and architectural works, tile works, ceiling works, painting works, electrical works, planning works, septic tank, cistern tank, mechanical works, fire protection works, finishing hardware and water system using two 5,000 liter water tanks. ABC is 84,150,000 pesos only. Contract duration to 10 calendar days, size range medium age, license category B. For the big data sheet, the major category of works, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For similar categories of works, buildings, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, casting place piles. Buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, casting place piles. Buildings, industrial plant, low-rise. Buildings, industrial plant, high-rise. Buildings, industrial plant, medium-rise. For contract ID number 24DD0137, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0138, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multipurpose Building including facilities, DPWH Batangas. Project location, Lipa City, Batangas. Scope of work, construction of 6-story DPWH Facilitation, 15.2 meters and 5 meters, including structural works, third floor to roof, finishing works, electrical works, basement, conference room of building A, and installation of air conditioning. APC is 69,300,000 pesos only. Contract duration is 300 calendar days. Size range medium A, license category D. For the category of works, buildings, construction without ice, low ice, frame. For the similar category of works, building, ice, frame, casting place pipe. Buildings, construction with piles, low rise, steel frame, casting place piles. For buildings, industrial plant, low rise, industrial plant, high rise. Buildings, industrial plant, medium rise. For contract ID number 24DB0138, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DB0138, support program, basic infrastructure program, access roads and or bridges from the national roads, leading to major strategic public buildings, facilities, improvement of road including drainage, Barangay Bukalo, Barangay Maugat, East, Padre, Garcia, Batangas. Scope of works, rehabilitation of 966 linear meter road with width of 6.1 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters, widening of 322.8 linear meters, 92 linear meters and 388 linear meters, both sides. Road with width of 2.5 meters, 1.2 meters, and 1 meter, respectively, and thickness of 0.28 meters, 0.28 meters, and 0.2 meters. Construction of 939.8 linear meter drainage, 910 diameter RCPC, and 738 linear meter drainage. Diameter RCPC. ABC 64,350,000 pesos only. Contract duration. Contract duration 300 calendar days. License category for the big data sheet. The major category of works. Roads. Road PCCP. For the similar category of works, roads, construction PCCP, construction tunnel PCCP. For contract ID number 24DD0139, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0140, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Access Roads, and or bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public building facilities, improvement of roads, including drainage, Barangay, Garcia, Batangas, scope of works, the blocking of 7,168 square meter, 0.23 meters, construction of work, construction of 1,643 linear meters, road and riprap, construction of 2,136 linear meters stone masonry, and 837.2 linear meter ceiling tracks. ABC is 64,350,000 pesos. Contract duration 247 calendar days, size range medium A, license category B. The data sheet for the major category of works, roads, rehabilitation, TCCP. For the similar categories of works, roads, construction, TCCP, roads, construction, tunnel, TCCP. For contract ID number 20, the requirements are the following. For contract ID 01, Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Access Roads, and bridges from the national roads, leading to major strategic public buildings, facilities, construction of Marilag Road, Rosario, Batangas. Scope of works is construction of 1,045 linear meter road with width of 6.7 meters and thickness of 0.3 meters, including 1,000 meter drainage system, 9 mm diameter RCPC on both sides with sidewalk, manhole, curb, and gutters. ABC is 59 million pesos. Contract duration 300 calendar days, size range medium A, license. Category of works, road, construction, PCCP. For similar categories of works, roads, rehabilitation, roads, construction, tunnel, PCCP. For contract ID number 24DB141, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0142, purpose businesses to support social of National High School, Barangay, Lipa. Construction school, including structural works, architectural works, plumbing works, system tanks, ventilating system for electrical works, and installation of 150 transformers. ABC is 3.0 million is for the size category. For the big data category first, things construction without piles, the rise concrete frame 1 to 5 stories. For the similar categories of works, buildings construction with piled high-rise concrete frame plus enclosed piles, buildings construction with piles, low-rise concrete frame, buildings industrial plant, low-rise, buildings industrial plant, high-rise, buildings. For contract ID number 24DD0142, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0143, Convergence and Special Support Program, DIP, multipurpose buildings, facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, Mabini Elementary School, Barangay Mabini, Lipa, Batangas. Scope 4-story per classroom, school building including structural works, architectural works, planning works, system tank, mechanical works, ventilating system, fire alarm system, electrical works, installation of 150 kVA transformer and CCTV system. ABC is 54,450,000 pesos. Source of fund is 2024 DA. Contract duration 195 calendar days. Size range medium A. License category B. For the data sheet, major category of works: buildings, construction without ties, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For the similar categories of works, buildings, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place pipe. Buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place pipe. Buildings, industrial plant, low-rise. Building, industrial plant, high-rise. And buildings, industrial plant, medium-rise. For contract ID number 24DD0143, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract 24DD0144, Convergence Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure, alleviating gaps, access roads, and or bridges from the national road leading to major strategic. Construction of road at Barangay Anilaw, Lipa City, Batangas. Scope of works: construction of 515.4 linear meter road with width of 5 meters and thickness of 0.23 meters, reblocking and widening of 461.5 linear meters, road width of 5 meters and thickness of 0.23 meters, asphalt overlay of 461.5 linear meters, road with width of 5 meters and thickness of 50 mm, construction of 1,050 linear meter line canal drainage, application of 73.8 linear meters, concrete joint sealant, application of 420 square meters, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement margins for edge lines and center. ABC is 39,200,000 pesos only. Source of fund is 2024 GAE. Contract duration 195 calendar days. Size range medium A, license category B. For the bid data sheet, major category of works is roads, construction, PCCP. And similar categories of works: roads, rehabilitation, PCCP, and roads, construction, tunnel, PCCP. For contract ID number 24DD0144, the major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0145, Convergence Special Support Program, access roads and or bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public buildings, Pasig, Ayamohon, Cruz, San Jose, Batangas. Scope of works is construction of 50 linear meter bridge RCDG with width of 9.54 meters, including road approaches 200 linear meters, pavement with height of 5 meters using stone masonry, and construction of this. ABC is 29,700,000 pesos. Source of fund is 2024 GAE. Contract duration 209 calendar days. Size range small B, license category. For the bid data sheet, major category of works: bridges, construction, concrete superstructure with casting place. For similar categories of works: bridges, rehabilitation, concrete casting place pipe, bridges retrofitting, concrete superstructure with casting place pipes, bridges, construction with board piles, bridges rehab with board piles, bridges rehab, concrete, bridges construction, rehabilitation, retrofit. Contract ID number 24DD0145. Major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD146, Convergence and Special Support Program, DIP, multi-purpose buildings, facilities, social services, completion of multi-purpose buildings, Talibugwan, sa 1 Batangas. Scope of works: construction, completion of 2-story 8 classrooms, 46 meters by 9.5 meters school building, including hand washing one side, structural work, mechanical work, plumbing works, septic tank 3.5 meters by 2.8 meters, cistern tank, electrical works, installation of 137.5 kVA and auxiliary system. ABC is 1,700,000 pesos. Source of 24 GA. Size range small B like in category C and D. For the big data sheet, the major category of works, buildings, construction without tiles, low-rise, 1 to 5 stories. For the similar category of works, building, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, casting place 5. Buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, casting place 5. Buildings, industrial plant, low-rise, high-rise, and medium-rise. For contract item number 24, DD 146, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract item number 24, DD 147, Convergence and Special Support Program, BIP, facilities to support social services, construction of multiple buildings, municipal trial court, San Jose, Batangas. Scope of works, construction, completion of 2-story municipal trial court, 26.5 meters by 10.5 meters, including civil works, structural works, plumbing works, electrical works, and mechanical works. ABC is 19,800,000 pesos. Source of funds, 2024 DEO, Foundation 300 calendar days. License categories for the big data sheet, major category, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Buildings, similar categories of works, buildings, construction, place 5. Buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, cast in place 5. Buildings, industrial plant, low high-rise, and medium-rise. For contract item number 24, DD 147, major equipment requirements are the following. For contract item 24, DD 0148, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, access roads and or bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic facilities, construction of Lipa, Batangas. Scope of works, construction of 221 linear meter road meters and thickness of 0.2 meters, including 200 linear meters stone masonry. Construction of 63.3 linear meters, width of 3 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. Section 3, construction of 42 linear meter road with width of 3 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. Section 4, construction of 139.5 linear meter road with width of 3 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. Section 5, construction of 77.8 linear meter with width of 4 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. Construction of 399 linear meter road with width of 5 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. ABC is 14.850 million pesos. Source of fund is 2024 calculation, 76 calendar days. Size range small b, license category C and D. The major category of works is road construction, PCC. For the works, roads, rehabilitation, PCC, standard PCC. Number 24 DD 0148, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID numbers 24 DD 0149, Convergence and Special Support Program, BIP, access roads and or bridges from national roads leading to major strategic public construction of road Barangay Halang, Lipa City, Batangas. Scope of work, section 1, construction of 173 carriageway with width of 8 meters and thickness of 0.2, including embankments, the protection with height of 2.5 meter using stone masonry, 94.6 linear meter parapet wall at both sides and clearing and gravel. Section 2, construction of 96.3 linear meter carriageway with width of 8 meters and thickness of 0.8 including reblocking. Section 3, construction of 55 linear meters, carriageway with width of 3 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters. Section 4, construction of 96 linear meters, carriageway with width of 5 meters and thickness of 0.2 meters, including embankments of protection with height of 2.5 feet in stone masonry. 46 linear meter parapet wall at right side. ABC is 14,850,000 pesos. First of Fund 2024 GA. Contract duration 1 calendar days. Size range is small B, license category C and D. For the BDS, the major category of works, roads, construction, PCCP. For the similar works, similar categories of roads, rehabilitation, PCCP, roads, construction, tunnel, PCCP. For contract ID number 24DD0149, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For the contract ID number 24DD0150, Special Support Program, VIP, multipurpose building, facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, Bigain Elementary School, Barangay Bigain South, Batangas, project location. ABC is 14,850,000 pesos. Source of fund is 24 GA, duration 240 calendar days. Size range small D, license category C. For the big data sheet, the major category of work, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For the similar categories of works, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, casting place piles, buildings construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, buildings, low-rise, high-rise, and building piles. For contract ID number 24DD150, the minimum major equipment requirements are for contract ID 151, Convergence Support Program, VIP, multipurpose building, facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, including facilities, Bulacan National High School, Barangay Bulacan, Lipa City, Batangas. Scope of work, construction of post building, 20 meters and 20 meters by 8 meters, including the school canteen, structural works, architectural works, electrical works and mechanical works. ABC is 14,850,000 pesos. Source of fund is 2024 GA. Contract duration is 150 calendar days. Size range small D. License category C and D. For the bid data sheet, the major category of work, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Similar categories of work, buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, casting place piles. Buildings, industrial plant for low-rise, high-rise, and medium rise. For contract ID number 24DD151, the minimum major requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0152, Convergence and Special Support Program, Special Road Fund, MDUC as per area. Works 1,000 for structural construction. ABC is 40,000 payment part, payment start, and sign. For contract ID number 24DD152, the minimum major equipment requirements. For contract ID number 24DD0153, organizational outcome 2, protect lives and properties against major floods, flood management program, construction, maintenance of flood, mitigation structure, and drainage systems, construction of pinagbayanan, CIS water management, flood control, project of Laway River, Sanoan, Batangas. Scope of work, construction of 47.9 linear meter revetment using steel sheet piles from the foundation, including 47.9 linear meter, stone masonry with height of 2.5 meters. ABC is 9,800,000 pesos. Source of funds, 2024 GAE, duration 90 calendar days, size range, small B, license category CM. For the big data sheet, the major category of work, flood control, construction, slope protection using structural measures. For the similar category of work, roads, construction, slope protection using structural measures, flood control, hydraulics, river control, port causeway, flood control, hydraulics, dam. For contract ID number 24DD0153, the minimum major equipment requirements. For contract ID 154, Convergence Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Project, alleviating gaps, structure, productive public buildings, facilities, rehabilitation of drainage system at Barangay Lipa, Batangas. Scope of works, rehabilitation, improvement of 622.3 meter line canal cover and construction of 434.7 linear meter line canal. ABC is 6,370,000 pesos. Source of fund, 2024 GAE, contract duration, 105 calendar days, size range, small b, license category, CNB. For the big data sheet, the major category of works, control, construction, drainage, flows, and outline conduits. Similar categories of works, flood control, hydraulics, drainage, dam, and river control. For contract number 24DD0154, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24DD0155, Convergence Special Support Program, rainwater collector system. Scope of work, construction of 7 units, rainwater collector system. ABC is 2,895 million. Contract duration, 30 calendar days. Size range, small b, license category, CNB. Major category of works, water supply level 1, construction, shallow wells, rainwater collector. Similar categories of works, water supply level 2 and 3, construction, pipe, water, and communal private water point, flood control, hydro supply. For contract ID number 24DD0155, the minimum materials testing equipment region contractors for the numbers 24D4 to 24D4 are the following. Minimum materials testing equipment for small contractors, contract ID number 24DD0145 to 24DD0155 are the following. For the manpower requirement for contract ID numbers 24DD0134 to 24DD147, key personnel, project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, construction safety officer 3, and construction foreman. For the minimum years of similar experience, same position, 3 years. For the safety officer with cost training and additional 48 hours of training. Minimum years of total experience for the same position, 5. The manpower requirements for contract ID number 0148 to 24DD155, key personnel, project engineer, materials engineer, construction foreman, and construction safety officer 3. Minimum years of similar experience in position, 2 years. For the CSO, with cost training and additional 48 hours of training. Minimum years of total experience for the same position is 3. Manpower requirement, accredited safety officer required upon issuance of notice of award, subject to DEO 98 series of 2014, submission of construction safety and program approved by the Department of Labor and Employment. For additional requirements for construction safety, health officer must meet the requirements of safety officers with additional 48 hours of advanced specialized occupational safety training course relevant to the industry as prescribed in the Republic Act number 11058 issued through the DEO 198 series of 2018 with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance with the requirements for DEO 98 series 2014. The key personnel should meet the following number of years: 46 experience, total years of experience of any nature of construction and engineering consultancy services, include the identification number, key personnel, compliance with DEO 98 series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultant, materials engineering, include the contact number of materials engineer. For goods and services, contract ID number 24 GDB 0005, project title, purchase of minor tools and equipment, roadside maintenance, implementing offices, DPWH Batangas 4 District Engineering Office, ABC is 2,668,000 pesos. Delivery schedule is 30 calendar days. Brief description of goods to be purchased, purchase of minor tools and equipment, roadside maintenance. For consulting services, contract ID number 24 CSDE 03, printing office, bank design section. ID number 24 CSDE 03, feasibility study of the construction of capacity ng Barangay Papers, Compression Road, project location, Batangas Port and 6 Legislative District, brief feasibility for capacity ng Barangay Papers, giving the answer comparison. ABC million pesos. Contract duration, 150 calendar days. Objective. The main objective of this DEO are to determine the viability of the proposed road considering the technical, economics, social and environmental aspects among others. Additionally, the feasibility study shall ensure the value analysis is undertaken with regard to the best possible alignment, structural configuration. This is to ensure that the best scheme providing the project's intended output be selected that would yield the highest value for money. The end of the consulting period, the consultant is expected to produce at best on the proposed capacity Makasangaway diversion road leading to the circumferential road based on the updated information with a definite implementation plan of the recommended scheme based on the alternative condition considered. In accordance with DPWH Department Order number 47 series of 2022, this DOR will ensure that the pre-feasibility study will include at least the value. The traffic impact study shall include assessment of existing and future traffic condition in the traffic influence area based on capacity, safety measurement, and other relevant factors, comparison of identified alternatives in terms of improvement in network performance, a comprehensive traffic management plan during construction of the corresponding disruption, especially for projects in highly developed or urbanized areas. Development impact study shall contain an in-depth analysis of long-term effects of the prevention to the different aspects of the life of this may include analysis impacts on the people's life. Technical analysis shall indicate shall include one formulation of option selection there, two based on, among others, geographical, geological, geotechnical, and geotechnical characteristics of the project site. Two, the design of infrastructure features of the selected option in accordance with the department policies, accessibilities, accountabilities, the Order 164 series of 2016, or as may be superseded. The selection process comprehensive multi-criteria which also includes strategic fit, social impact, and impacts to environment unless otherwise there is an utmost need to protect plans for all the options formulated as being necessary by the Director of for Planning Service, the analysis discussion on innovation and construction methods that will enhance the structure and or increase the efficiency of project implementation. Economic analysis shall present the project's economic viability through identification as quantification to the extent possible of economic benefits such as reduction in vehicle operating expenses, cost, decrease in harmful emissions, and improvement in land use. The full analysis shall be inclusive for economic indicators that benefit cost ratio and internal rate of return, and the consequent recommendations based on the objective values for the indicators. Assess involved identification of the likely affected persons, families, the extent significance of the potential risks such as for change in lifestyle, estimated distribution costs in accordance with the Public Act 10752 and the timetable for the implementation of right of way action plan, including the acquisition. The assessment shall also consider and incorporate gender-specific needs in relation to the project, complying with harmonized gender and development guidelines, and the gender and development guide toolkit for projects covered by RA 71. 97, the assessment shall also contain an Indigenous People Act, complying with relevant national Indigenous people and orders. Environmental impact assessment shall cover the existing conditions of the proposed project and the environmental components. Impact area. Further, identify and evaluate the existing and significance of the potential impact of the project from reconstruction to abandonment, and shall formulate necessary mitigating measures and action to address the impacts identified on the project area. Institutional analysis present the functional structure and serve as a stakeholders of all government and private institutions, development organization, special interest groups, and all members of the civil community that implements and support public projects and initiatives. Implementation plan shall promote suitable schedule and manner of execution of the project, such as construction phasing and packaging in consideration of the various scenarios. The financing shall prepare at least 3 alternative financing schemes, which include Generation Act, official development assistance, and public-private partnership. Should the project be suitable for the PDP scheme, a financial analysis and a market risk assessment shall be required. Financial analysis is conducted to determine the financial sustainability of the project and its overall success. This part of the discussion on aspects such as assumptions in estimating the financial sensitivities and other measures of financial assessment is a project requires answer infrastructure offer is exposed to the demand increase prevailing market constraints related to size, first traffic, willingness, and availability of preference. Terms of preference, consulting services for the conduct of feasibility study for the construction of the Pacific, the personal road leading to circumferential road, province of Batangas. The Department of Public Works and Highways is seeking to develop its pipeline of the road transport projects nationwide for implementation and or possible external financial assistance in the implementation as part of the initial stage feasibility studies assessing the technical, economic, and social impacts of the project are required. Proposed conduct of FS for the construction of the Pacific Matasaka with the person road leading to Taal. Circumferential road is usage to by private institutions local that are to be outsourced by DPWH. District Engineering Office, the FS is expected to determine the extent and nature of improvement, construction required, the economic and technical justifications thereof, and in relation to their and social impacts, and the development of stable and investment program. Findings of the study are intended for use by the DPWH for programming purposes and for its implementation through local financing external sources if determined to be feasible. Objectives. The main objective of the proposal under this is determining the viability of the proposed road considering the technical, economic, social, and environmental aspects among others. By the end of the consulting period, the consultant is expected to produce a FS on the proposed Lipa City Matas Nakahoy diversion road leading to Taal, circumferential road based on the updated information with the definite implementation plan of the recommended scheme based on the alternatives configuration considered in accordance with DPWH Department Order number 47 series of 2022. This DEO will ensure that include at least the following: the traffic impact study, the development impact study, the technical analysis, the economic analysis, the social impact assessment, environment impact assessment, institutional analysis, implementation plan, mode of financing, financial analysis, risk assessment. For the scope, consulting services for pre-feasibility study, for the socio-economic data gathering, the alignment survey, transport and traffic survey, topographical survey, hydrological analysis, utility survey, geological and geotechnical investigation and surveys, preliminary ROW action plan for the environmental and social impact assessment, the gender and development, the preliminary engineering design of highways and bridges, cost estimate, disaster risk reduction measures, economic evaluation, implementation plan, procurement of equipment and provision of vehicle for implementing office, Then for the reporting, the expected deliverables of the consulting services. Next. Study schedule, human resource staff requirement, the institutional arrangement, including planning service, implementing office, the planning service, central office, consultant, preparation of project submission to NETA, and the terms of payment, and the ownership of the output reports the documents. So, Engineer Joel Francis and Flores will further explain the eligibility requirements and the technical and financial components of the contracts to be bid.
Checklist for the preliminary examination of technical and financial proposals. Projects. Checklist of technical proposal. Technical proposal must be composed of the following: Class A documents, legal documents, valid field judge certification 8.5.2 of 2016 revised IRR. The bidder shall upload and maintain in field judge a current and updated file of the following Class A eligibility documents under sections 23.1A and 24.1A. Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Department of DTI, for sole proprietorship or cooperative development authority. For receipt issue receipt where the place of bid prospective bid for the area. Together that bid by the local government accepted in the field of registration with 5 divide per 8 series per year of internal revenue. Technical documents. The bid going government private contracts, including contracts awarded not yet when similar or not similar in statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. Confers Rehabilitation Board license or special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registrations for the time and contract to be bid. Or original requirements, we shall include the following: required for the contract to be bid, duly signed list of contractors, key personnel, example, project manager, engineers, materials engineers, construction safety officer, and foreman, to be assigned to the complete qualification state. This personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set in the BDS. Duly signed list of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units to be used for the contract, which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership, lease, purchase of certification, availability equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the execution of the project. This equipment equipment queries must be the minimum major equipment requirements for the contract set in the bid statement. Original duly signed and notarized omnibus work statement in accordance with Section 25.3 of 2016 revised IRR. Financial documents. The prospective bidders audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities, stamps received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized in the preceding calendar year should be earned for the three documents. Applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in the number 4566 and HRR. Each partner of joint venture shall submit their respective field certificates of registration with Section 8.5.2 of this IRR. The submission of technical and financial documents the joint venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible to submit the NFCC shall likewise submit the statement of all of its ongoing confidential. Bidding forms for the documents. Reminder for the prospective bidder that the bidder shall the bidding forms. The bidder may download these forms through the DPWH website. The bidder may also obtain from procuring entity hard copies of those forms as part of the BDS for the contract. For purpose of determining the eligibility of bidders using the criteria stated in Section 23.4 2016 revised IR, only the following documents shall be required by the BAC using the forms prescribed in the bidding documents. Bidding documents with prescribed forms shall be considered as compliant. Bid securing contractors' organizational chart. List of contractors' key personnel. Key personnel omnibus sworn statement. Checklist of financial proposal. Financial proposal should be composed of original of the accomplished financial report, original of duly signed bid prices and the bill of quantities, duly accomplished bid, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, and cash flow by quarter. Bidding forms for financial documents. Bid form, success, bill of quantities, cash flow, goods and services. Checklist of technical proposal. Technical proposal must be composed of the following Class A documents. Legal documents. A. Valid field jobs registration certificate or registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Trade and Industry, or Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives or its equivalent documents. Bears or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business bidder is located, or equivalent economic zones or areas. And tax clearance for EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Technical document statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, are not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, except on the conditions provided under the rules. And original copy of bid security. If the form of security bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission of notarized bid security declaration. And conformity regulations, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales or parts, if applicable, and original duly signed and notarized omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of corporation partnership or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to each officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. Financial documents. The supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities received by the PIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission, and the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its FCC computation. Last bid documents. If applicable, due to signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR, in case the joint venture is in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For contract IDs number 24G-BD0005, Schedule of Requirements and Technical Specifications. Bidding forms for technical documents. List of all ongoing contracts. List of single largest completed projects. Bid securing declaration. Omnibus sworn statement. Checklist of financial proposals. Financial proposals shall be composed of original duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules. Bidding forms for financial documents. Bid form. Price schedule for goods offered. Consulting services. Checklist of records. State of the consultant specifying its nationality and confirming that those who perform the services are registered professionals authorized by the appropriate regulatory body to practice those allied professionals. Joint venture agreement or statement from all potential joint venture partners that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the case the bid is successful. Bid securing declaration. Bid securing declaration. Cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank. Bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or provided, however, that it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank if issued by a foreign bank. Surety bond callable upon demand issued by surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. Authority of signatory. SPA or certified authorization under oath for single proprietorship. Board resolution and secretary's certificate duly notarized. Certified authorization by parties notarized. Certified authorization or resolution from each member for joint venture notarized. Duly signed technical submission form. Duly signed ongoing projects. Duly signed general approach and methodology work and staffing schedule. 4 TPF4 description of methodology and work done for performing the project. Form TPF5 team composition and task. Form TPF7 time schedule of 4 personnel. Form TPF8 activity schedule. Duly signed organizational chart. duly signed curriculum vitae for proposed professional staff using Form TPF6 and commitment letter of employment of each key personnel, duly signed commitment on the facilities to be provided by the procuring entity, omnibus warrant statement, duly signed bidding documents proposed booklet, bidding forms for technical documents, technical submission form, list of completed and ongoing projects, commitment on the TOR and data and facilities to be provided by the procuring entity, Form TPF4, description of the methodology and work plan project, Form TPF5, team composition and task, curriculum vitae for professional staff using Form TPF letter of employment of each key personnel, Form TPF7, time schedule for professional personnel, Form TPF8, activity schedule, bid security declaration, omnibus warrant statement, checklist of financial requirements, financial mission form, summary of costs, breakdown of price for the project, breakdown of price remunerations for the project, reimbursables per activity, miscellaneous activity. Bidding forms for financial documents, proposal submission form, summary of breakdown of price for the project, breakdown of price remunerations for the project, reimbursables per activity. Bid security shall be in the prescribed form with validity period of 120 calendar days at the time of opening of bids. Bank guarantee, bank or bank draft, or irrevocable of credit shall have a check right on the bank and should be each or commercial bank and accredited by DPWH. Word statement with clear dry seal and a photocopy of any issued government identification card. In case of single proprietor, the owner is still required to attach the authority of the signing official that he has authority to sign in behalf of his or her firm. Submission for consulting services. Deadline of submissions of bids March 26, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Place of submission is at bidding room DPWH Batangas for DEO Marilag. Procedure of evaluation, quality-based evaluation. Number of copies of bid proposal, 1 original copy and 2 copies of the first and second envelope of its bid. For consulting services, the opening of financial proposals will be on March 26, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. at bidding room DPWH Batangas 4 District Engineering Office, Barangay, Lipa City, or upon notification of the bidder by the BAC through its secretariat. Financial proposals shall open in public. Purchase and submission of bids. A complete set of bidding documents will be acquired by the interested bidders until March 21, 2024. Cut-off time is 9:15 a.m. Bidder must have an approved appointment with specific time schedule. In case of non-appearance, the limit of cancellation of appointment. Please be informed that on the day of bid opening, the approved appointment intended for purchasing bidding documents to 10% strictly follow the bid opening schedule. Secure the approved appointment to DPWH Bats for appointment at gmail.com. Bids submitted manually must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat at bidding room DPWH Batangas for the DEO, Barangay, Lipa City, Batangas on March 24 at 9:30 a.m. Submission of bids. For electronic submission of bids for civil works projects, it must be sent dpwh.gov.ph on or before March 21, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. The procedures should be observed following Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020. It is also indicated in our bid data sheet. All representatives who will submit their bids must be duly authorized and registered liaison of registration certificate. Authorized representative are required for the ID and one government issued ID verification purposes.
The explanation of criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post-qualification will be presented by Engineer G. Lipa, DPWH member.
Explanation of preliminary examination of bids, eligibility screening, bid evaluation, and post-qualification. Civil Works Project. The purpose of this examination is solely to determine the presence or absence of each of the required documents comprising the bid. As with the aid of checklist, the bank shall first open and undertake the preliminary examination of the envelopes containing the technical components of the bid. The bank shall determine each bidder's compliance with the documents required to be submitted for the technical components. If the required document is submitted is present, the technical component shall be rated as passed. For the other document is absent, missing, incomplete, or patent insufficient, the technical component shall be rated as failed for the particular requirement. The bank shall rate the technical component as failed and immediately return the bidder's second envelope financial component as open. Copies of the first bidder, the bid envelope with the required forms prescribed in 2016, which are for online or electronic bid submission, shall be considered as compliant with the requirements of the said bid submission, subject to the submission of the original copies of the following: bid security declaration or other forms of bid security, excluding cash and the omnibus return statement. This form should be submitted by the bidder to and duly received by the bank concerned during the post-qualification stage. The non-submission of these forms on the said period shall render the bid submission as non-compliant and shall result in the post-disqualification of the bid. After the preliminary examination of the technical components of the bids, the bank, assisted by its bank secretariat, shall conduct eligibility check of each bidder that passed the documentary requirements for the technical component of the bid. The bank shall determine if the bidder is eligible to bid for the contract being procured. This should be done electronically using the DPWH CWA. The CWA program will then electronically process and capability or eligibility data in the CWA. Value of the SLCC for major words and updates the eligibility requirements for the contract derived from the CPO to the CWA section 4.8.2. Required SLCC costing at least 50% of the ABC and NFCC at least equal to ABC. The computer program will automatically determine if the bidder meets the following eligibility requirements. The cost of the bidder's SLCC is at least 50% of the ABC of the project to be procured. The bidder's NFCC is at least equal to ABC of the projects to be procured. However, the contractors under small B category without similar experience on the contract to be bid may be allowed to bid up to 30 million based on the guidelines as prescribed by the bid cap. Preliminary examination of the bid's financial proposal. That shall open the second envelope financial proposal which passed bidder and shall evaluate it using non-discretionary criteria including arithmetical correction for computational errors and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid prices which exceeds the ABC. Receipt of the scanned copies of the second bid envelope with the required forms such as the duly signed bid form, price schedule, or other forms prescribed in the 2016 revised IRR for electronic or online bid submission should be compliant with the requirements of the said bid submission. detailed evaluation of all basic non-discretionary criteria considered of the and to be the specific price to be provided also be the document to the prices. In case and in work shall reveal total price or quantity of that item, the latter shall prevail. Stated total price and actual sum of price of component items, the latter shall prevail. When it was in the detailed estimate and the latter shall prevail. Bids shall then be ranked in ascending orders of their total calculated bid prices as evaluated and corrected for computational errors and other bid modifications. To identify the lowest calculated bid, total calculated bid prices as evaluated and corrected for computational errors and other bid modifications, which exceeds the ABC qualified. Qualification. The lowest calculated bid was qualified in order to determine whether the bidder concerned company complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding documents. Calendar days from receipt by the bidders of the notice from the bank that the bidder has the lowest calculated bid. The bidder shall submit to the bank its latest income and business tax returns and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and documents. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements type or a finding against the bearer of shall disqualify the bidder for award. That in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with the section 69 of this IRR. The post-qualification shall verify, validate, and ascertain the veracity, authenticity, and validity of all the class business documents supporting the jobs, certificate of registration, and membership in accordance with section 8.5.2 of this IRR, and all the other statements made and documents submitted by the bidder with the lowest calculated bid using non-discretionary criteria as stated in the bidding documents. This criteria shall consider but shall not be limited to legal requirements to verify, validate, and ascertain licenses, certificates, permits, and agreements submitted by the bidder, and the fact that it is not included in practice as provided in the section 25.3 of 2016 revised IRR. Technical requirements, verification and validation of the bid and experience, and the competence and key personnel to be assigned to the project for the procurement of infrastructure projects and consulting services.
Acknowledging the presence of Engineer Leo S. Matsas, Bank Vice Chairperson.
Verification of availability and commitment, and or inspection and testing for the required capacities and the operating conditions of equipment units to be owned, leased, under purchase by the bidder for use in the contract under bidding, as well as checking the performance of the rates ongoing government and private. Any of these ongoing contract shows negative slippage or at least 15% in any one project, or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each two or more contracts, failure of the contractor to commence paperwork on ongoing contract within 7 days, and to complete them within after receipt of the procuring entities notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them within 90 days after of the procuring entity's notice of defects or failure. Substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specification or unsatisfactory performance of the contract's obligation as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Number 127 series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the past qualifications of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. If the bank verifies any of these deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence, the agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Financially validate and ascertain the bid price of the bidders, and whenever applicable, the bidders NCC to ensure that the bidder can sustain the operating cash flow of the transaction. If the bank determines that the bidder with the lowest calculated bid passes all the criteria for qualification, it shall declare the said bid as the lowest calculated responsive bid. For goods and services, the bank shall then conduct the preliminary examination of the bid. The purpose of this examination is solely to determine the presence or absence of each of the required documents comprising the bid. As stated in section 3.5.2, using a simple non-discretionary pass, if present or fail if absent criteria, with the aid of checklist. The bank shall first open and undertake the preliminary examination of the envelopes containing the technical components of the bids. The bank shall determine each bidder's compliance with the documents required to be submitted for the technical components. If the required document is present, the technical component shall be rated as passed or for the particular requirements. On the other hand, if the required document is absent, missing, incomplete, or patent insufficient, the technical component shall be rated as failed for the particular requirements. The bank shall rate the technical components as failed and immediately return to the bidders concerned its second envelope, financial components unopened. Immediately after determining compliance with the requirements in the first envelope, the bank shall open the financial components of the bid of each eligible bidders whose first bid envelope was rated pass. The bank will immediately conduct a detailed evaluation of all bids using any non-discretionary criteria considering the following: completeness of the bids unless specifically allow partial bids, bids not addressing or provide the required items including where applicable, bill of quantities shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. In this regard, where a required item is provided but no price is indicated, the same shall be considered as non-responsive but specifying a zero or a dash for this item would mean that it is being offered for free to the government, except those required by law or regulations to be provided, and arithmetical corrections to consider computational errors and divisions to enable proper comparison of all eligible bids. It may also consider bid modifications if expressed documents. Any adjustment shall be calculated in monetary terms to determine the calculated prices. Post-qualification, verification, validation, and ascertain of all statements made and documents submitted, legal requirements, license certificates, permits, agreements, and exclusions, any blacklist, tax clearance, business permit, DTI registration, sex certificate, indulgence registration certificate. Financial requirements, the required committed line of credit in the amount specified and over the period of stipulated in the bidding documents or the bidder's NFCC to ensure that the bidder can sustain the opening cash flow of transactions. Verification and or inspection and testing of the good product after sales and or maintenance capabilities in applicable, checking the following: delay in the partial delivery of goods amounting up to 10% of the contract price in its ongoing government and private contracts. If any of these contracts shows the bidder's failure to deliver or perform any of the goods or services within the period specified in the contract or within any extension granted by the procurement, may be the supplier price failure amount to at least 10% of the contracts or unsatisfactory performance of the supplier's obligation as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. If the bank verifies any of these deficiencies to the due of or negligence, the bank shall disqualify the bidder from the award, from the procurement of goods.
Consulting services. with evaluation. The following processes for the opening and evaluation of bids shall be adopted. A technical financial proposal shall be considered in ranking of consultants. The technical proposals shall be evaluated first using the criteria in ITB Clause 25.2. The financial proposals of the consultants who meet the minimum technical score shall then be opened. The financial and technical proposals shall be given corresponding weights, with the financial proposals given a minimum weight of 15% up to a maximum of 40%. The weight of the technical criteria shall be adjusted accordingly such that their total weight in percent together with the weight given to the financial proposal shall add to 100%. The back shall rank consultants order based on the combined ratings for their technical and financial proposals and identify the highest rated bid. The whole up is approved the recommendations of the back within two calendar days after receipt of the results of the evaluation from the back. After approval by the home of the highest rated bid, the back shall within 3 calendar days notify and invite the consultant with the highest rated bid for negotiation in accordance with ITB Clause 27. For quality-based evaluation, only the financial proposal of the consultant achieving the highest technical rating shall be opened by the back of the consulted bank. Third is invited to negotiate its bid and the contract on the basis of the technical and financial proposals submitted in accordance with the instructions given in ITB Clause 27 and this PBS. The bank shall determine whether the financial proposals are complete, for example, whether mentioned in ITB Clause 11 are present and all items of the corresponding technical proposals that are required are surprised. If not, the procuring entity shall the bank shall also correct any computational errors and convert prices in various currencies to Philippine peso at the rate indicated in ITB Clause 13. The financial proposal shall not exceed the ABC. The bid shall be deemed to include the cost of all taxes, duties, fees, other charges imposed under the applicable laws. The negotiation shall be done in accordance with ITB Clause 13. Should be negotiations proposal of second highest technical rating shall be opened publicly in the presence of the consultant and shall be invited to negotiate its bid and the contract on the basis of the technical and financial proposals submitted. If these negotiations still fail, then the same process is repeated for the next in-bank consultants until negotiations are successfully complete. With the detailed criteria and rating system as per DEO 143 series of Peru, the numerical weight and the minimum required points for each criteria are as follows. Experience of the firm 10 points, availability required personnel of the firm 80 points, education training and public 30 points, experience of key personnel 50 points, 3 methodology 10 feasibility, innovativeness and comprehensiveness of the plan and approach 8 points, quality of in terms of risk and suggested solutions 2 points, total of 100 points. The passive technical score is 80 points. Post qualification. Bids shall be subject to determine its compliance, responsiveness to the eligibility and bid requirements. Within 5 calendar days from receipt of the notice from the bank that the bidder has the highest rated bid, the bidder shall submit to the bank its latest income and business tax returns and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the bidding documents.
For the award of contract, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsibly as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Contract award shall be made within a bid validity period. In accordance with DEO 11, Series of 2021 and RA 9184, I The NOAA shall require the bidder with the LCRD to submit to the procurement in the calendar days from the bidder's receipt of the NOAA the following documents as condition for the signing of the contract. Notice of award to the bidders signed conform. Authority of signing official board secretarial certificate. For a joint venture, contractors pick up special JV license and JV agreement. Performance security in accordance with Section 39 of revised IRR. Construction method. Use form DPWH INFR 45. Construction schedule in the form of precedence, diagram, and bar chart with S-curve or other approved tools of project. Scheduling and cash flow. Use form DPWH INFR 46. Amount hour schedule with form DPWH INFR 47. Equipment use form DPWH INFR 48. Construction safety and health program use form DPWH INFR 49. Initially approved by DOLE. Contractors always insurance, income tax, business returns, and by are valid with the tax payments made tax VRR to or a local performance security value the performance by the procuring and finance the following condition by the party or the surety company. It has names for labor and materials contract for the procurement of infrastructure projects. The performance security following the schedule above to cover any cumulative increase of more than 10% over the original value of the contract as a result of amendments order or change order, extra work orders, and supplemental agreements as the case may be. The winning bidder shall cost the extensions of the validity of the performance security to cover approved contract time extension. Contract all risk insurance carry as per DEO 172 series. Additional premiums shall only be paid in cases where contract time is extended due to additional works or where project cost is increased for similar reason without necessarily extending the contract time. The additional works upon approval of the applicable variation order, change orders, extra work orders, supplemental agreement in the full value of the approved additional works. Any bulletin issued by the bank shall be posted on the billboards and the website of the procuring entity concerned if available. For other matters, just a reminder to our prospective bidders, all bidding documents should be printed in A4 size bond paper, properly paginated with its contents appropriately airtight. All attached and replicated documents should be certified through copies, and all pages of the bids are duly signed by prospective bidders. So for the open we will now proceed for comments and queries from other prospective bidders. Attendees, the forum is now open for your questions and comments. Pakiano na lang po ng inyong company.
Associates.
Saan po, ano po? Or consultancy po. Saan project?
Isusunod na lang po. Isasunod na lang po.
Ano?
Bali, nagre-request ko sila ng proposed alignment na PMC file. And then, ano daw po ang wide ng proposed road, which is 30 meters po. And location of bridges. Nasasanda lang po kami.
So, any other questions from the prospective leaders? If there's no other for discussion, I hereby adjourn the conference at 11:15 in the morning. Thank you.